This is Syphon Filter, Logan's Shadow. We're here on the PlayStation 5. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a direct sequel to Dark Mirror, which we checked out not too long ago, and it is the 6th installment in the Syphon Filter franchise. Let's dive into the gameplay aspect of the experience. We don't need to watch the pre-rendered cutscene, which is obviously low res. And as per usual, the gameplay is 1440p at 60 FPS. And you do get the typical options in regards to the settings of the game. By pressing start, you are able to rewind as far back as you need to, create whatever sort of like weird saves or loads from whatever saves you created at any point, which is cool. And then we have some settings, presets, retro classic, modern, your choice. You can change the underscan, which will adjust how much of the screen it takes up. And there's just like a controls button. So yeah, very much your typical sort of options when it comes to, well, basically the Syphon Filter franchise. It has been really quite interesting seeing basically the whole transition of the franchise. You know, I think it's been about a year. They seem to drop, you know, like a Syphon Filter, I guess you would say, game every like couple of months or something like that. We've done all of them building up to this point, so that's, you know, it's been really interesting to see that over time. And, you know, this one is very much in the vein similar to Dark Mirror. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. As this one does seem to use the PSP sort of baseline, because this was also available, from what I've noted, on the PS2. This one also had like a PS2 release, I guess. This is what kind of, yeah, it also had a PS2 release. So there's a couple control schemes. What's really nice about this one, though, is that it actually does have like proper modernized controls. When I did the last version, like Dark Mirror, not too long ago, that one was really awkward with the control scheme because you essentially had to use like the D-pad to aim, which was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know if that situation has changed on that one since, but yeah, I was like, that is not the best of ways to play that one. So yeah, it is kind of nice to be here taking a look at this with a control scheme that actually is comfortable to use is the biggest thing. I mean, the controls definitely take a second to get used to because they're not like totally modernized, but yeah, it makes sense. Cool, so yeah, as per usual, it is a stealth-focused game with elements of cover, and that cover system was improved a bit in this one. Gabe's out, I guess, in the bit of the ocean here on a boat, and you're doing a big stealth infiltration. Well, it's not really stealthy, I guess, if you come in here and blow stuff up. It's a bit more of an action-focused initial segment here and stuff like that. But yeah, it's much better to basically have an actual, like, I guess you would say, system of aiming that feels good. Yeah, and it isn't a complete pain. But as per usual, you know, you also have the abilities from, I guess you would say, Dark Mirror, so you can hold left on the D-pad to do your different goggles. Or I think you can just also tap it, and it just turns it off, and it's like hold, and you can choose. So if I want night vision, and then yeah, you just tap left on the stick and that'll turn it on and off. Holding right on the D-pad will give you your different weapons. No point using the silenced pistol when, you know, there's a bunch of guys to shoot. And then down on the D-pad is like crouch and stuff like that. I mentioned it just because the controls are a little harder to get used to. At least I always struggle when I jump in here and be like, okay, how does this one play compared to the other ones? So yeah, kind of neat. It's also been really interesting, essentially seeing the series, I guess you would say, change is the best way to kind of put it. You know, from that very first one there where it's like very blocky kind of visuals, and now we've got like full 3D characters. Like, obviously, you know, the assets, they do clean up decently nicely, which is surprising, but when you get like you know, backdrop stuff like that, and some images will look really low res. But like all the in-game stuff, you know, I think actually does kind of hold up to a degree, I suppose. Like, you know, it does upscale pretty well, all things considered. This is kind of funny and a little bit silly. I don't know why you would ever need to be doing that, but alright. But yeah, it's good old Syphon filter action. It's also a bit of a shame that they didn't really, I guess you would say, continue the franchise, because it would have been very interesting to see, you know, a PlayStation franchise that has essentially been on, like, kind of everything as a shooter and seen that evolve over time. Like, you know, there's things like Ratchet and Clank and stuff and that, I'm sure, but, you know, this one just would have been a really cool one to have seen, like, a whole evolution of, just to see the scale of it, like, change monstrously over time. Actually kind of surprised they didn't, you know, try to do more on this franchise, just because I do think it actually is decently well liked. I don't know how well it did for maybe sales and stuff, but there were quite a lot of them over time. Advance? Yeah, okay, so that's left on the D-pad. I need you to rip this metal thingy. Unless I'm supposed to go in another way. Can we get ammo? I guess we gotta attach the crane, which is honestly kind of a little silly, this bit here, I gotta be honest with you. little silly, but I guess they were trying to go for like really interactive cinematic bits on the, you know, PSP side of things, right?
Damn it, we're too late. He's dead.
Why didn't Cordell tell us special forces were on board? Did he think that would have scared us off?
Teresa, the door's stuck. I can't get through.
Find another way in.
We'll have to get creative. But yeah, not bad to look at, not bad to play either. It's actually kind of fun. And again, such an interesting series. Trying to think of what else we really have left on this franchise too, if that makes sense. And here's a finite selection of Syphon filter titles, right? Am I supposed to go down now? I think that's what it wants. I think it wants me to do the big zipline thing, if I'm not mistaken. At least that would be pretty cool. Maybe I am mistaken. The ziplining stuff is a lot of fun in the series, though. Yeah, I think we gotta go down. I think that was, yeah, that was in, what was that? Darkmere, where you're able to do the big ziplining portions, which were hilarious. Woo! Sliding mechanics. Ladders are tough, you know.
Damn it.
Break this gate. That was a very slow response cutscene there.
Teresa, I've got a wounded Spec Ops here. Vitals are weak. Get a hold of 5th Fleet and...
I can't get through. All Navy comm is down.
The mission wasn't a straight up. My whole team gone. Intel wasn't right.
So realistic. Cutting edge visuals.
Cordell on the line.
But again, for, you know, handheld gaming at the time, pretty good. Pretty good. Well, they got like a mini boat.
Gabe, I'm patching in Cordell.
Logan, this isn't a good time.
Your planners didn't tell us Spec Ops was on site.
I don't know what you're talking about. Have you secured the contents of Hold 5?
What's going on, Cordell? You want me to secure Hold 5, you get 5th Fleet to patch us into the ship's comm.
No go. The Just get to hold 5 and secure it until my team arrives. Cordell out.
Thanks for the help, Cordell.
Teresa, I'll patch you into the network myself. Keep trying 5th Fleet.
Oh, you can also like beat up and grapple folks and stuff in this one. I feel like I could have just assassinated him all stealthy like, but who's got the time? I think they know something's up. It's probably the helicopter dropping me in and, you know, all the explosions and stuff, but who's to say? I'll take the carbine. Thank you very much. Wait, did I? I think I came in that way, right?
Teresa, comms out. Suggestions.
Let's see. You don't have enough time to go down and around. You'll have to improvise.
Oh, that's coming closer to me. Oh, that's kind of funny because I was like, am I moving or is it moving? And it is indeed moving towards me. Taking him down. Slide down before we get shot. Hustle does not seem to be a big focus here for our guy. I guess I could aim for more headshots. And I guess I could use cover too. Did I pick up any ammo? Just all these pistols everywhere. Like that does anything for me. And we got it. Is he sliding along the floor there? There's a bit of like ghosting I would see on some of the items, which is interesting, or at least the character moving around.
I'm under heavy rocket fire.
I feel like that helicopter is incorrectly shaped. Oh no!
What's going on? Report.
Alima's down.
Requesting medevac. Naval Command, come in. Cordell, anyone? Precision strike team is down. Someone acknowledge now.
I got it
Uh-oh.
down there.
See, now we get to do some zip lining. That's what I was talking about. Whoa, that was cool. Just casually shift from like just moving this car to just shooting that guy. Kind of funny. Should probably actually grab this. I'll come kill you guys in a sec. I do like the interactive little objects and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The little fire extinguisher and stuff, and the little explosives. What are you doing, man? But what about our ally? Got a bad feeling about this. We did it.
Gabe, give me a status report. Is Alima all right?
Cancel the medevac.
Then she's fine.
Somalis are still looting the ship, and I'm gonna stop them.
Gabe, I'm...
Alima would have wanted us to finish the mission. Logan out.
I think he just jumped off the edge into affinity. Or infinity? Infinity is probably better. Dun 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 dun.
The Somalis are preparing.
Now we swim.
Gabe, you've got to stay on task. Cordell?
These guys killed Alima. I'm not letting them get away. They're pulling up anchor.
What a cute little boat.
Logan out.
Gabe, there must be something on that boat you can use to stop it.
They're looting arms from the St. Helens. I'll find something on board.
I think he just wanted to jump into the water. He like teleported. I need explosives first. Well, where am I gonna get these explosives? Like up above? Ooh, my health is not looking too good.
I've located some old C4 charges.
The bridge is over the fuel tanks. A blast there will take out the entire boat.
Charge planted.
Now hurry and get off the boat.
Go, 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 go.
Gabe, hurry!
Let's watch the fireworks. Whoa. Maybe the boat just, you know, combusted by itself. Happens all the time. Spontaneous combustion. What is this? Oh. This seems like a pretty good gun to swap for. A Galil? Awesome.